welcome back to another video. It's your girl at the period. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up, comment section for your post and hit the subscribe button down below. And let's try and get me to 10k, guys. I'm already at 1,000. Let's try and get to 10k. Come on, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, before you continue. The first time we're going to be reacting to Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate knocks some sense into Britney Rener. You know, I keep saying Rener. Like, this is an Afrikaans person. This is African. Britney Rener. No, Britney Rener. Hey, guys, you know what I'm trying to say. However, her surname is said. I don't want to even start. But without further ado, guys, let's hop into the video.
In this video, watch Andrew Tate turns a feminist into a fan. Watch the whole podcast to know more.
It's about the status of being the man in the house. That's what a man wants. He wants respect. He wants to be the man of the house. I say she stays home. She stays home. Big G, boom, boom. That's what we want.
Can I ask
This
you
guy
something?
his personality is so strong.
What do you think? And what's the game you get for the boys?
I'm going to tell you, but before that, I need another Clementine, and I need to give half to our friend here because she just rolled her eyes at me. And I'm
She looks so angry.
I detect these things, even when I'm looking directly at her.
He's like, I detect these
I'm
things.
going to give her some Clementine, and she's going to feel better. So I'm going to get a Clementine.
She's
Would you
like,
like some Clementine, my dear?
I'm sure.
whatever.
I think for me, it's like.
I asked you a question. Would you
Yeah,
like some
I would
Clementine?
love some.
You
Yeah.
want some Clementine?
Yeah.
We're going to hook it up.
Okay.
Clementine's coming.
So if a guy cheats on a girl, is there ever a point where she?
Yeah, there's a lot of cheating. There's completely a lot of
So
cheating.
like if he knocks up another girl, would you? say it's too
All right,
far?
all right. So
Yeah.
first things first, I'm a man of my word. I don't even think I'm a liar. So here's your Clementine.
Thank you.
Ah, look at her smile.
Thank you.
I'm a gentleman. Right. So obviously,
Gentleman
I'm not
way.
saying blatantly disrespect your woman, right? She's your woman. She's your queen. She's the most important thing in the world to you.
I was
I
going
wanna-
to say.
Andrew, she said, Andrew.
Okay,
I want to
okay.
hear. I really, because you've been through a lot in your life. When she told me that you were going to be on and we were going to be on this panel together, I started watching a bunch of your videos, and it really was like there's so much that you have been through, which is why you have a well
And she's
of
pretty,
wisdom,
guys.
right?
She's so
And
beautiful.
the difference between me and you is that you're glorified for it, and I am burned at the stake for everything that I've been through. And
Because
I
you're
think
a
it's so
woman.
funny because people have always
is
said that
sad.
we were two sides of the same coin as
But
far
it's
as like,
true.
well, if Andrew Tate gets banned, Britney Rener should get banned because we are all about accountability and truth, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been through a lot. I've been through a lot. I'm seen as used goods. You're seen as a high value man.
Because,
so if
like,
you're me, then
that's
what?
just how it
What's
is.
next?
Yeah, it's really interesting, and it's interesting you make that observation, and you are correct. That's the difference between the masculine and the feminine. It's unfair, I guess.
Yeah.
More unfair, but that's the difference between the masculine and the feminine. Men are respected for going through things and surviving, and women are the complete opposite. They're shamed for going
That
through
is
things and
true.
surviving. If you
That
look
is so
at Women
true.
love scars on men for a reason. He's gone through something.
They're
lived.
war wounds.
Yeah, men don't want a chick covered in scars. I'll say this right now, that a woman, the more trauma she goes through, the more masculine she naturally becomes. And if you were to give me my ideal woman, I would not want I'd want her
He
to have
wants a
hard
hot
life and a
woman.
bunch of
He
trauma.
made it
I like
very
the idea of
clear.
having a soft feminine life and being a soft person.
Soft
take care of her and
feminine
protect her.
life.
Whereas as a man, to be a good man, you need to have been through a bunch of trauma. Because if you haven't been through trauma as a man, you're a weakling. You have to been through a bunch of shit. So the masculine and the feminine is a very interesting point there. As for, I don't know your history, I don't know the past, but we can just talk in generalization. In regards
People
to-
like me, I guess,
Okay,
under
well-
the same umbrella. It doesn't have to be personal.
I don't know
Yeah.
any of it, but we'll give generalizations. One of the main reasons that men are scared of a female with history is because it makes the man insecure.
Damn.
Scared dogs bite. So this is why men will snap or get angry quick, or they'll bring up your if you get in an argument with him, they'll bring up your history, whatever. But a lot of it is insecurity, and it's not insecurity because the man is insecure. The female paradigm in society convinces men, any man who says anything, you're insecure. It's not insecure in that way. It's insecure in a very realistic, logical way. Like I was saying earlier, she's had a lot of life experience. Let's be honest. Am I the richest guy she's ever had? No. Am I the most famous guy she's
That
ever
is
had?
kind
No.
of true.
Am I the best looking guy she's
Because
ever had?
men are
No.
very
What's
competitive,
keeping her here?
if you
And
really
then
think
part
about
of it
it.
comes down to, well, am I second place? If she could do better, would she do better? Like, there's a whole bunch of insecurity involved. And that's where tiny things, like I'm talking, I know it sounds like dumb shit, tiny things about the favorite car brand become more important than ever, right? It's
Yeah,
your job
that's
as a
true.
woman, regardless of how much sexual history you've had or what guy you're with, etc.
he
It's your
has a
job to make your
Lamborghini.
man feel secure
I'm gonna
in
get a
that, make him
Bugatti.
feel like a man. like Auntie was saying, make him feel like the man no matter what he does, so that he feels like you really truly believe he's the best choice for you on the planet. That's your job to do. Now, if you've had a checkered past, that's perhaps more difficult. You need to be more tactful with it, more tactical about it. But you have to achieve the same result. You have to do the exact same thing, right? So, yeah, it's easy for me if I get a 21-year-old virgin from some village in Slovakia, and I'm multi-millionaire Andrew Tate. Of course, it's a very easy. She's never had better. She'll never get better. She's never been anywhere. Boom, boom, easy one, right? But like you said, the world's not so idealistic. The reality is that people have had relationships, etc., etc. But a man is happiest in the relationship when he feels like man of the house, and when he truly feels like you believe he's the best man that you could possibly ever get and
agree.
have ever gotten. Because a man is jealous. I'll tell you something.
That is true. Hey, you're
I used to say
jealous.
this to girls. It's like a joke. And I used
There's
to
always
say,
truth in
I used to say, no, I say it's a joke. So you cheated on me before I met you. And she'd be like, what do you mean? I didn't even know you. It's like, yeah, you fucked that guy before I even knew you. You cheated on me. And they used to laugh, whatever. But that's how men think. That's the male mind.
He's
like,
giving
I love you,
tips.
and you've been fucked by
He
who?
gives a lot
I
of
didn't know you. I
male
don't
tips.
care if you knew me. You should have waited. What do you mean? But that's the male mind. So he is in competition with all of your exes and all of your lifestyle and all the things you've done permanently. And it's down to you as a woman to sit there and go, how do I make him secure in himself and secure in his masculinity and make him believe that investing in me is still worthwhile because I still truly value him, despite the fact that I could do X, Y, Z. I hope that gives some clarity, but that's the answer.
Like, I feel like he does a lot of content around being a man, how a man thinks, how a man should be. Like, he's basically pushing this thing, a man needs to be a man. You can't be a weakling. You have to always work on yourself. I feel like even as a person in general, you can take what he says in terms of you can always find a better way to make yourself better, improve yourself, whether it's mentally, physically. And that's true, men are in competition. If you really think of it's like if a guy says, oh, he has a Lamborghini, why don't I get a Ferrari? Oh, he has a Ferrari, why don't I? Like, that's just, a lot of things he says make sense. Rener, she had nothing to say. Like, she's been on that whole life. Now she wants to settle down and be serious, and no one wants her because she's just been everywhere. And that's the problem. That is a problem with you girls that want to just, and that's the sad part, but that's just how it is. But I mean, that's just my little 2 cents. I'm not gonna say too much and take away from what he said, because he said everything that needed to be said. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give this video a big thumbs up, comment, subscribe, post questions, and hit the subscribe button down there. And it's your girl, and I'm out.